Everyone, it's Yvonne here to do the reading for the lovely sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, just a moment while I do my little spiel. If you identify as a Scorpio, it's more than likely you're a Scorpio sun. And I want you to know that there are lots of other planets in your chart. So sometimes, you may resonate with another sign which may be in your chart at the time. When you're born, there are a lot of planets in your chart that represent each house or a part of who you are. So it's really good to look it up and find out so you can sort of understand yourself a little bit better about what you were meant to be at the time you were born. Now, you don't stay there. And somebody said to me once about north nodes and south nodes. So when we're born into the south node and we spend our life moving towards the north node. So it's good to know all of those aspects in your chart. If you're interested, you can Google natal chart or birth chart. And what will happen is you'll be able to see what your moon was, where your Venus is placed, all of those sort of things, which means that you can watch more than one reading. But it also means sometimes when you watch another reading, why does it resonate? For example, sometimes you can cross-watch, for example, and cross-watch a Libra reading, and it turns out that that really resonates with you. Then maybe you have Libra in your chart, and maybe it's a reading you can watch in future. So Google natal chart. If you go to Cafe Astrology, you can Google a chart and actually have a copy of that or print up a copy of it, which is really cool too. If you don't have your time of birth, it's a little harder to sort of pinpoint your ascendant or your rising, but I think a lot of those charts will sort of give you a general idea, but most of it is really accurate. Alrighty, I will leave you with that, Scorpio. Let's get on with your reading. We're going to use the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot for your reading today, and I'm going to pull your card from the Lightworker Oracle. If you are interested in a reading with me, please email me at the Aussie Goddess, all one word, no numbers, no misspellings, at gmail.com, and I'll send you a list of options and prices. If you are interested in becoming a member of the channel and learning about the tarot and being able to receive any gifts or prizes along the way, you can press the join or membership button on the front of my YouTube page and become a member. Alrighty. Scorpio, we're starting off your reading with the Ace of Wands. I love this. All right, so the Ace of Wands is about a new beginning, but it's something you feel very passionate about and something that you want to grow. So it's like you've just completed some sort of cycle. The growth may be within you. It may be that you have been working on something for yourself. For example, say you started up a uni course, or that you decided to learn how to cook or ice skate. No idea why those two came to mind, but it means that there's a new beginning that's going to give you passion. You're moving away from something here that you've had in the past that has not served you. So it could be that you're having a new beginning on your own. It could be the start of a new relationship after walking away from an old one, a new job after walking away from something else. So let's see. All right, there's some sort of communication coming through. I feel like this is a choice here. So the Lover's card can be about relationships that are brought together by the heavens, as you can see here. But sometimes the Lovers can be a choice. There's been some sort of choice to leave something behind that wasn't investing in you. I feel like you've given up working for something. There is communication here from somebody who's declaring their love to you. You're choosing a new person over an old person here. Now, it could be that you've had a relationship that's gone south and you're heading towards a new relationship, or it could be that you've met someone that you have feelings for and you know you cannot continue with the old. You have two cards of walking away here, so I feel like the old relationship maybe wasn't serving you in a way that was fulfilling, loving, and I feel like you're heading on the path for something new. Okay, so we have the Strength card here. You may well have done a lot of work on yourself. Maybe you've started to realize we've had a lot of this energy this week around toxic relationships and relationships that don't really serve. but we can be quite embedded or quite embroiled in that relationship before we start to realize how toxic it truly is. Because we people that are toxic can manipulate us into believing that it's us, not them. So we keep sticking around thinking somehow or another it will come good. All right, do have the Magician coming up. Two major arcanas right next to each other with the Seven of Cups and the Death card. So you're definitely giving away you're giving away an idea of what sort of relationship you had or what sort of relationship you're in is not really, it's a fantasy. And this is exactly the same as what came up in the What's Cracking reading today. I feel like you've found courage here. It's like you've really found courage. Look at the cards, the yellow, that's your intuition. The red is your passion. And it makes me feel like you may have found yourself after a period of being lost in a situation. If this isn't a relationship for you, it might be healing after a toxic relationship and going out into the world again and sort of finding yourself. But there is a definite feeling here that you are letting go of some sort of fantasy, maybe a fantasy around what love really is and really about what is a healthy relationship rather than a fantasy. Because there's definitely, you've got Leo energy, Scorpio energy, Pisces energy coming through here. I think Gemini as well. But to me, it makes me feel like you're letting go of the old and picking up the new. And I think that's the choice with the Lovers card. It's like letting go of some sort of old, either person, idea, situation, something that's not been serving you. But maybe you've not realized, or maybe you started to realize some time ago that what you were doing with relationships or a relationship you were in was perhaps accepting a lot less than you deserved. All right, let's keep going. Five of Cups. The Chariot, Cancer energy coming through here with the Eight of Swords. Yeah, this is not nice energy. This is letting go of a victim mentality and not going back to the past, not retreating, not sort of letting yourself keep flowing in the what ifs, especially with that fantasy card there. Because what we can do is we can say, well, it could get better, they could improve, maybe it's me, maybe if I put more energy in, maybe if I do more, but it isn't really that way. It's not saying you don't question love or you don't question a relationship. We all do that, even in the best relationships. But you see, the difference is you can talk to your person about it rather than having to ignore it or not feeling like you can ask the person. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands coming through. Oh, look at that. Four of Wands. You've started to learn how to put yourself first, how to put yourself out there, to trust yourself, to have a really solid, beautiful relationship. There's an offer coming in. There's more Pisces energy right there. Somebody wants the same as you here. Somebody wants the same sort of, I almost want to say somebody wants the same sort of relationship that you do. Somebody wants to build a family and create a really comfortable environment for the both of you. I feel like with that Queen of Wands, you've started to really understand what's right for you and who's right for you. And that Four of Wands is just a beautiful card. Maybe it's marriage and commitment that you've always wanted. Maybe the people you've been with haven't wanted marriage or commitment, and that may be the case there. Let's just have a look. All right, so have a brand new beginning. I feel that you're leaving something behind. Now, this may not be a person you're leaving behind. It may be a cycle you've created, an old way of thinking. Maybe, you know, like me, I thought relationships were supposed to be so easy and you didn't have to work at them and, you know, and everything would just fall in place. And the Knight on the White Horse. So maybe you started to realize that a particular way of thinking isn't serving you. I do see some sort of communication from someone coming in that's going to lead to a choice where you leave something behind. Maybe you're dealing with somebody, or you've dealt with somebody in the past that hasn't really invested in you. And maybe you fought really hard for that relationship, but at the end of the day, something was missing here. And this is sometimes communication in relationships. You know, sometimes people say to me they were really cold. They didn't know how to relate. They couldn't talk about love. They couldn't express themselves. So maybe all of the above. Maybe it is a person. Maybe it is a way of thinking. Maybe, Scorpio, it's a brand new person coming in as you've just realized that the person you're with is not right for you. Okay, let us pull an oracle card. Oh, I have two, an invitation to connect and family of light. All right, let's have a look at both of these. This one came right out at me, and it's an invitation to connect. It's card 19, if that means anything to you. Love exists throughout our universe. Many loving beings that do not belong to the human race exist in worlds beyond the earthly realm. Among these are those who are aware of the spiritual plight of humanity and are willing and able to move us forward. Unlike those who close their minds because they fear the unknown, you have an open mind and an open, receptive heart. Beings from other worlds recognize you as a receptive channel for their unconditionally loving assistance in this world. You will both benefit from this individually and help the planet. You're being offered an invitation to connect. You may well be meeting someone who's very like-minded to you, perhaps someone who's been through similar relationships to you, has a similar upbringing to you. There's something here that you're connecting with on a far deeper level than just a romantic connection. What is this family of light? It's card 17. The limits that much of humanity place upon their love, that they will love their own family, country, religion, or community better than they love those on the outside, do not restrain your heart. You are capable of loving humanity, of loving all creation on earth as an extended spiritual family. You will love all as your own. You are meant to belong to a broader family of light. I love the invocation here because it says, I choose of my own free will to receive all assistance from unconditional love so that I can peacefully process any unresolved hurt, rejection, abandonment, judgment, or betrayal. I have learned how to love more unconditionally through my experiences. I have learned that love allows all beings to freely choose how they wish to live. I wish to live with openness, love, and connection in spirit and in flesh, with those who can accept my love and love me too. Through divine grace, I ask for assistance in attracting my soul tribe and family of light, heavenly and human, that I may experience belonging and conscious community, sharing my light and love with others. Through unconditional love, may all beings feel the blessings of true family, of deep, abiding, divine love. So be it. So I feel like here what Spirit is saying is somebody is coming towards you that may completely align with your purpose. They may be very spiritual like you. They may have something similar to you that makes you connect on a far higher level. And it could be that you can just talk to this person, that you can have conversations about things, and that you'd sit up all night talking to them, feeling really close and really welcomed. But ultimately, I feel like you're meeting someone who knows how to love you back, who isn't limited by their own fears and disappointments or their pasts. I feel like you're meeting someone who sort of shines with you. I'm trying to think of a word for it. I can feel the energy. It's like someone who's vibrating at the same level. And it may be It may be that you're not expecting something because you have a way of thinking about love or people that no longer serves you. So you may understand how to build that relationship in a very different way to what you've done before. But whatever it is, it looks very beautiful, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me for your reading.